From aesthetically at the pinnacle armor trim to that sweet sniffer, 1.20's got a lot of cool things, but they're only cool if you can actually find them. And that's where I come in, my friends. How you doing? It's me, Waddles, and today we'll be taking a look at some of the best 1.20 seeds out there. From the excavationer's dream seed to the most beautiful cherry grove seed I've ever seen, buckle in, because we got it all right here. So one of my biggest goals when I was going on this whole seed hunting extravaganza was seeds that start with a bang. I mean, after all, you know how it goes. Brand new update, we want to jump into the update and have good things. This seed number 1, I'm calling the blank canvas seed. World spawn is right over there by that hill in the plains biome. Right from world spawn, if we turn around slowly, we got a giant ocean with ocean ruins inside of it and a shipwreck. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. So look, a little bit of luck here is involved with this one. Maybe you're a little bit luckier than me right from the start. If you are, maybe, just maybe, you get your hands on that sweet coast trim. If not, whatever, heck it, it's fine. Because inside of this ocean right here, right by my shoulder, if you zoom in right there, there's an ocean ruin. Then of course, you know how it goes. Being a decently sized mass of water, you're bound to find more things inside of this thing. However, my friends, the thing that is most favored for me about this seed is the fact that it's a blank canvas. You got a plains biome right here. If your heart dreams of a 64 by 64 dirt block house, we got plenty of room for it. Moving out from world spawn in this direction, eventually you'll find a small cherry blossom biome, and you'll find another shipwreck sitting right on top of the ocean. I feel like this area, this seed in particular, is kind of fire. You got that cherry blossom hill. Of course, you come in and maybe like plant more trees, and then you got this nice area for building with another nice meadow behind it. Also, all over the surface over here, we got a couple caves, and some of them, like this one over here or this one right over here, they actually cut pretty deep. If you like the looks of this seed or any of the other ones we're going to look at today, check the description. All the seeds are down there. Also, smash like. It's right out of the description. It's so easy, and it helps out huge time. The seed number 2. Oh boy, sit back and relax, friends. This one is one of the biggest ones. It's insane. Putting on our science goggles, upon initial inspection, this seed is kind of a low-key trash. I mean, you begin in the middle of a desert, there's no food or wood in sight. Yeah, it might be a struggle. Upon further inspection, however, this seed is gorgeous, drop-dead beautiful. So world spawn, it's right by that sand hill right there. From world spawn, you're in the desert, but you could move out that way and get wood, maybe a little bit of food right away. Or you could slowly turn. Oh, well, what is that, my friends? Remember what's in Minecraft 1.20. We got bangers like bamboo wood. We got bangers like cherry wood, the sniffer too. But I remember what we have here too. We also, inside of this village somewhere. There you are. Inside of this village right over here that is right by spawn. You're guaranteed 100% of the time to find a camel spawned in the village. All that's left for you to do is find a saddle so you can take it out of here. You're also going to have planter boxes with maybe some better food. Step 1, spawn. Step 2, head over to village and collect camel, or at least lock it up so it doesn't despawn or go away. Step number 3, from the village, go over the nearby hill to find desert excavation 1. Get your hands on that brand new brush and maybe a little more gear, and my friends, it's time to shard, right from the start. Also, of course, remember you got this whole thing that has brand new loot, armor trim. You can find that down there if you're lucky too. So from this thing, back over to what we'll call, hey, our main base of operations for this world, this village. This time we're going to head out into the desert this way. You could already see what's sitting over there, but also, look what we have right there, a well. Yeah, you see, if archaeology is one of your favorite parts of 1.20, I think this might be the best seed for you. Not only do you have the desert temple dig site, but you got this well dig site too. Ooh, I'm lucky right from the start. Got that 1.20 advancement and a shard. So after hitting up the desert and a couple of these excavation sites, from the final excavation sites over here, the well and that temple, I want you to head out in this direction. As we start to move this way, we get a jungle that loads in. As the jungle slowly loads in, somewhere buried deep inside of that thing, you're bound to find a little bit of bamboo. Even if it is just the tiniest amount of bamboo, bamboo is still bamboo. Get the stuff, take it back to your base wherever you set it up, and you get the wood. Then, after you go to this jungle, what I want you to go ahead and do is go over this way because you find a beautiful looking Badlands biome. Maybe you take the blocks and build a really cool looking build, or you decide to settle in this place. Look at those things over there. Those things are insane. I mean, you also got kind of savannah biome right over here, savannah village over there, but I'll do you one better. Because the problem with this savannah village, my friends, is it's basically abandoned. It's definitely seen better days. So back over at World Spawn, inside of Archaeology Dream Seed, instead of going over to the desert village, let's turn this way and actually instead go over to the actual real savannah village. Right over at spawn, and even better, you got this river connecting everything. So you could maybe like make a boat and just cruise down this river to go over to the village. Save a little bit of hunger. Now, of course, unfortunately, there is no sharding to be done in this village, but there is food stealing to be done, and maybe even saddle finding to be found. Also, check that out. Right over near World Spawn in that village, you got an outpost that generated with alley cages. Maybe if you're lucky you find the trim, at least you should get your hands on a couple alley. There's a ruin portal right there, a plains biome right over here for building, and oh, well. Another village. The seed is crazy. I'm sure there's a lot more to the seed, including some really cool Badlands generation too, but this video can't only be on this seed. We're gonna have to move on now. Seed number 3, out of the 6 that we'll be taking a look at in today's video, is a whole lot more simple than the last one. But trust me, simple doesn't mean it's not fire. So, from this seed, we start right there in a plains biome again. Right to the left, to the right of the plains biome, we get this beautiful giant hill. Grabbing the tool that has never been more useful than today, and taking a look, right on the side of this thing, we get a little bit of the spiky stone biome. To make this world spawn even better, you got the forest, so you got a lot of wood types right there, and you got the black biome again right there, but I mean, if you like orange, it's there for you. I believe there's also a village inside of there somewhere, so check it out. Even more impressively though, ooh, yeah, take a seat. Lads, laddies, everybody, out of all of the 1.20 seed looking that I've seen, this is one of the coolest seeds that I've ever seen. We call this one the Smiling Mountain because look at that mountain. I mean, not only does it have teeth in there, and it's eating cherry trees, a brand new tree, but it also kind of looks like a face. Like, do you see it? You got the smile? That's an eye right there, and okay, it only has one eye, but still, it's a smile. So we get this fire, cherry blossom, dripstone cave fusion. Slowly as we turn, we have a fjord. We'll come back to it, Swedish vibes to the max. But oh my gosh, this is one of the coolest villages that I've ever seen. Practically, it makes no sense at all. How do they get up? How do they get down? All that, but imagine building a base with this in the background. Like, imagine this, picture it, you go down to the mines, you do a little bit of mining, you grind it out a little bit, get that starter supplies for this sweet starter house, and in the background you have Smiling Cliff, but also insane illogical village. This seed is so cool, solely for that backdrop. Continuing on with the cool aesthetics though, let's move into Swedish vibe to the max right here. We move into Fjord. Carrying down Fjord, we will see something eventually that I've never seen before, that makes me wish was more of a thing. Look at this thing. The dripstone cave, it actually spills out into the fjord here. Imagine being able to find this more, like dripstone caves, but exposed to the surface. Look, really, sure, it's the definition of not being much, but I just thought it was so cool looking. If you find more cool seeds like this one, post a screenshot like this over on the best subreddit on the internet, and so me and more people could actually check it out. For today's seeds, friends, I'm trying to kind of go in a pattern. We got a cherry grove seed, then we got something that's not a cherry grove seed. In our next seed, every single time, I seem to spawn right there, on top of the mangrove trees. Now look, I'm fully aware it's not the 1.19 wild update anymore, but the obsession with this beautiful redwood, it does not end. Oh, it's so good. As an added bonus to everything we're going to take a look at, you will be able to find plenty of redwood right from World Spawn in this world. But, right next to World Spawn, we got one of the biggest bamboo forests. Redwood plus yellowwood. Let's ketchup and mustard. When you spawn in this world, you'll spawn somewhere near that stripped mangrove log. Right over here, you got this giant bamboo biome. Make your way over to this thing on day 1 with a handful of stone swords, and you'll be able to have stacks and stacks of wood before sunset. Also, of course, bamboo forest, jungle biome. That means you have the chance of pandas. I don't think I got lucky this time, but yeah, you never know. You could definitely find some pandas here. All over the place, let's go ahead and teleport right back over to World Spawn. Because from World Spawn in this world, instead of going over to that bamboo jungle, you could make your way over to the warm ocean biome. The warm ocean is actually one of the most crucial biomes for 1.20. Not too far off from World Spawn, in this ocean right here, you'll find not 1, but 2 shipwrecks. That's another chance at armor trim. Moving on past the shipwrecks, you'll find an ocean monument. Yeah, maybe you gear up first though. With this biome being a warm ocean, you are bound to eventually find ocean ruins inside of this biome. Now, unfortunately for sniffer excavation, title of most common structure goes to the shipwreck. Right here, we've got 4 more shipwrecks and a ruin portal too. But don't stress it too much because it's bound to happen. Where there is a warm ocean, there is 100% a warm ocean ruin and hopefully a sniffer egg too. Two more cool things about this world. Right over here at World Spawn, tucked underneath some of these mangrove trees, you got azalea tree. You know what that means. And heading out from spawn, past the bamboo jungle, you are going to get some of the most insane, wild, crazy generation that I've ever seen in Minecraft, like, in the modern era in Minecraft, to be honest. Always beautiful. You got giant shattered savanna looking thing, a huge pillar right there, floating island over there, insane amplified looking generation right there. And wow, did you want a floating island? Because this one is quite large, my friend, and they're like literally all over the place too. Look, if you're looking for the most wild spawn for your server or just the craziest spot for your base, I don't know if I've ever seen anything more majestic than this. If you know me, then you know we did that island survival run, and it's still painful to this day. Island Survival download out now for members, by the way. Seed number 5 of the day begins on a very small survival island. I mean, it is really close to the mainland, but still definitely, obviously, technically a survival island. Maybe you make like a base, make the island safe, and it could be pretty cool. From World Spawn in this world, right off the bat, you got a village within sight. Heading over towards this village, with it being a plains biome village, you are almost 100% guaranteed better food right from the start. You can find potatoes, maybe if you're lucky, you'll find carrots in here too, and look at that. Even a little bit of wonderful beet. It's a pretty nice layout for a village too. But even better, on a horizon right behind the village, beautiful. Stunning, gorgeous, bodacious, amazing. Oh, it's a cherry grove biome. Now, it's not the biggest one. It's kind of like a river, if you will, just cutting through the plains. And a little bit of snow in there, but I mean, cherry is cherry, right? It's nice. You also have some pretty interesting mountain landforms going on over here. I checked it, unfortunately, no ancient city right underneath these mountains, but there is one off underneath the mountain nearby. From World Spawn Survival Island, off in this direction, you've got an ocean. It has shipwrecks and ocean ruins inside of it. But from World Spawn, instead of going to that village, let's go ahead and go the other way. If we follow the coastline this way, we'll see a cool ruin portal in land somewhere, and another beautiful wood type. Continuing to wrap around the coastline, here we see an azalea tree, very cool, and then we find a beautiful, huge, giant icy mountain. But it gets even better, because as we start to move up to beautiful, giant, icy mountain, we see cool, giant cave in the ground, small puddle right there, and of course, village, kind of inside of a cave, attached to the puddle right here. Having a taiga so close to World Spawn is kind of nice. You'll be able to find sweet berries, which are so easy to farm early game. As you continue to climb this mountain, you'll find even more of the taiga village. It's wonderful. And then a mountain that I just saw was all out fire. It doesn't really have anything to do with 1.20 whatsoever. I just thought it was kind of fire. Imagine making a base in the middle. And with that, friends, we've made it all the way to the final seed of the day. You already knew I legally had to do this, but I saved the best for last. World Spawn in this world, I admit it, it's kind of terrifying, shocking, appalling upon first look. You'll spawn right there inside of the birch forest biome, I'm sorry. Woodland forest right here too, that's cool. Let's do this better. Probably immediately, you'll want to get outside of the birch forest biome, so you climb this mountain. As soon as you climb this mountain, you get a beautiful view of a cherry grove biome. It's kind of small though. This spot in particular kind of reminded me of like these Wild West shots where you get like that random rock in the middle of like nowhere in the plains biome, you know? Maybe you could like terraform this hill and do something cool with it. If you have a really good vision for like castles, maybe villages, you know, something like that, this is maybe the best seed for it because you have all of these really cool like isolated hills in this area and then a huge giant sunflower plains biome that is so flat, you got caves all over it that you could like, you know, like literally build anything here. It's really nice. Heading past these small cherry grove hills, we'll call them, you'll find a really big village over here and a lot of big caves cutting into the ground. For the area around spawn, it's like not bad. But I call the seed the cherry bowl seed. Out of every single seed that we've taken a look at today, this is the only seed that you will have to travel farther away from spawn to get to the real juicer here. This thing right here. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Like, look, I have no clue what I'm going to put on the thumbnail quite yet, but right here is what I'm calling the cherry bowl. You get one of these really cool circular-shaped mountains with a low spot in the middle. All around the circle of this mountain, you get this beautiful-looking, massive cherry grove biome. You want to build something in the middle? Yeah, that's sweet. Maybe build bridges and a floating platform. Oh, that'd be so cool. Just like the earlier spot we were looking at in this world, you got caves all over the place, too, cutting down into the ground. So if you want to do mining, you can totally do that. If you want to build inside of a cherry grove biome that is kind of like, almost like all that you could see, if you will. Well, the cherry grove biome that I found here gets big enough at some points that you could totally do that. Like build a house right here and you can only see the cherry grove. That's cool. In the surrounding area to the cherry grove bowl, you'll find some more cool things, like other small structures and nice mountains too. To make it all even better, if you make your way all the way out to this cherry grove to set up your base, you're also going to have a village nearby. That'll help you get established. This whole seed is just such a beautiful seed with really, really cool mountains, hills, and everything like that. But hands down, it's not even close. By far, this is one of the most breathtaking cherry grove biomes that I've ever seen. Those are 6 of the best seeds for 1.20. When the update hits, where are you going to set up your base? If you like these seed videos and you want to see me do more of them, all you got to do is let me know by smashing like. And if you find a cool seed, send it to the subreddit. Will my new series maybe be inside of one of these beautiful seeds? Well, I guess you'll have to sub to find out. Check out this video next. Thank you all for watching. It's been me, Waddles. I'll see you tomorrow.